Hi, welcome to Web Design Project. We'll continue our case study. This is a list of suggestions how you can use this video. And the notes for this video, can be found here. Let me bring this up real quick and close some other stuff. And of course, we have been doing our examples. Video 001, 002, 3 and 4. Now we are video 5. Okay. So we took a short break and we are back, and I have my Photoshop open here. And we were doing, so everything we have been doing is in CTEM Web Design 2024, and we were working on design prototype. So let's open up the design prototype file real quick. So index is what we have been working on. So I'm just going to double click on it. It will be open in Photoshop, okay? And we are trying to follow the sketches that we did. So we want to design 2 pages. The first one is this. The second one is this. Okay, so let's work on the first one. All right, before we even move on, the first thing we want to do is we got rid of all the other different kind of designs in Bootstrap, different screen layouts in Bootstrap. So this canvas become really big. I don't really need such a big canvas. Okay, so I'm going to let me bring out the XXL design first, and then all the visual elements, and then I'm going to resize the canvas. And as you can see, if you select this, if you use the move tool to select the guide here, and you go to view, guides, edit selector guide. Of course, I'm not going to edit it. You can see that this is 1680 pixels. So from 0 pixels to 1680 pixels is the size I want, okay, for the width I want to keep. Let me cancel it. Let me click somewhere else to deselect it. And then I'm going to change the canvas size. So you go to image, canvas size, and say I want to do it from this side, and then I'm going to change the width to select it, so they are going to cut it from the left side, and then change the width to 1680. And then I say OK. Are you sure? Yes. So now, if you look at the size, my canvas is really small now. So I don't have to deal with, so if I say view fit on screen, I can actually look at the whole thing, you know. Of course, you can make the canvas even shorter on this side. Okay, that will also help. So let's take a look. Select, move to, select and go and view, guides, edit selector guide. So horizontal position, that's not good. So it's actually 1050. Let me change to 1050. 1050. Okay, so actually it's 1050. So if you want to cut that, you can just select something else to deselect the guide, and then you do a view, image, canvas size, cut from the top, Height is 1050. Of course, you can also keep it as it is. It doesn't really hurt, you know. Yeah, let's just cut it 105. Let's just cut it 1050. Or I can just keep the old one because I want the background image to be slightly longer. Okay, so you can, so we are just going to keep it. Okay, cancel. We are not going to do it. So I want the background image to be a little bit longer. All right, and now we can file save. So we changed the canvas size. We changed the width, but we didn't change the height. Okay. But the height is okay because I may want my background image is slightly longer than that. And then I can check on this. So to switch it off, I don't see it, although it's still there. And then I'm going to create a couple of layers. Let me close my color. Just keep the property. Move my layer up a little bit. I'm going to create a couple of layers on top of this to put our stuff. Okay. So sorry, we're going to create a couple of groups. So click on the new group button here. Create new group. So the first group, we are going to call it, sorry, double click on the name of the group, background. Second group, I'm going to call it boxes at the back. And then the third group, I'm going to call it top navigation. And then the fourth group, I'm going to call it main. Let's call it top banner. And then I'm going to create a new group and I'm going to call it main content. Okay, so first, what we are going to do is we are going to create a background. All right. So the background we are going to use, let's do a file open. The background we are going to use is actually in photo image collection that we have selected. This is a really decent background, so we are going to just open this, click on it, right click on it, open with Photoshop. Okay, right click. All right, so once you open it, you have two files, and then you do a view. Sorry, Windows arrange, two up vertical. So now you have one image on one side and the index file on the other side. So go to your index file, make sure the background layer is selected, and then use the move tool to drag this image over. You may need to do it twice. Okay, drag it over, close the original image. Now this image fit very nicely in the background layer. Okay, and you want to move it a little bit. And obviously it's too big, right? So when you try to move it, you realize, hey, this guy is too big. So use the zoom tool, ALT, zoom, zoom out, and use the move tool, look at the image. This is way too big. So you don't even need to click the resize button because it's, you don't even need to click the resize button because when the image is selected, you can just resize. Just make sure the navigation aspect ratio is checked. If it's not checked, the image will be distorted. So just by default, it's checked. Okay. Now go and do a window. Sorry, view. I don't think I can. Fit on screen, view fit on screen on Control 0. Okay, move 2 again. Move this one up. And it's a little bit too wide, so you can actually just make it 1680. And then you can use you can make it touch the top. Okay. And just make sure it covers if you try to move it, okay, just make sure when you look at the properties, just make sure it's at 0, 0. When you hit enter, you select it, you will see that after transformation, the width of the image is 1680, the height is 1125, and then X is 0, Y 0. So XY is the upper left hand point here, so you should add 0, 0. And then do a file save. So this is a nice background image. It's slightly higher than the 1050 canvas size that we wanted to do. It's actually 1125. So now you can change the canvas size. So you can go to image, canvas size, choose from the top. The width is the same, the height is 1125 because that's the size of the image. All right, now the canvas size is nice. Okay, let me do a view fit on screen again. So this is a nice background, but so it's 1680 and 1125 background. It's a nice, but it's a little bit too bright. You don't want to put things on it, okay? So two ways to do this. One way is actually can just change the fill, all right, and like darken it or something. Another way is, the old way of doing this is I'm going to put a rectangle on it. The rectangle I'm created is 1680 and 1125. Okay, and as you can see, I cannot really do 1125 because my mouse is not. So let's say I did 1122 and make sure the background is black. Oh, it's not black. But let's make it black. Okay. Make sure the background is black. And it's not 1125, so we'll just change it to 1125. Oh, sorry. So as you can see, when I try to change 1125, the width also changed. Okay. So I can change the aspect ratio 1680. So unlock the aspect ratio 1125, 0, 0. And then lock it back again. Just remember you have to lock back the aspect ratio again, or else later when you do images, it will be a mess. Okay, so that have a black color rectangle covering the background. And then I'm going to change the rectangle opacity to 75%. So now you can still see the background, but it's much darker. I could have just go to the background and change the blend to darken it, but since we're doing something else, just do another thing. Okay, file save. Yay, background is done. Okay, so we finished the background and we are going to lock the layer so we don't mess it up. So we have a 75, maybe I'll change to 80 opacity of the background. 75 is better. Let's just say 75% of the background with a background layer. After you have finished, lock it so you have a good background. Okay. So, and again, we have not even go to the actual top navigation yet, but we just do the background. That's good. Let's do a file save. And my video is getting too long. It's a good place to stop, and I'm going to carry on for doing the next video. We are going to carry on when we start the next video. Okay. Thanks for watching. See you back soon. Bye.